Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. As usual, I'll be giving just 1 minute to allow you guys to come in before we start the business of the day. Even as I still flow within the 1 minute I have, I'm just going to say a shout out to each and every one of you down there. How have you been? How is the weather treating you? And how is, sorry, those working at home, those working remotely, those on vacation? Hope everything is moving on smoothly. I was just having a quick chat with my two presenters about the holidays, and it's all about Houston, Houston, and Houston. Like I said, I'll be giving just a minute to allow you guys to come in before we start the business of the day. I can see quite a number of uh, names on my attendees list. Again, I will just take it up from here, even as more people keep joining us for the event. Good afternoon once again and welcome. For those of you guys that are joining us for the first time, my name is Gabba Esahayam, and I'm the training coordinator with the Temple Small Business Development Center. The Temple Small Business Development Center helps small business start and grow. We offer free one-on-one consulting and a variety of low to no cost webinars. We are proud to be part of the nationally accredited network of the Small Business Development Centers, which has over 1,000 networks across the United States. We're here this afternoon for a webinar on use YouTube to grow your business. A copy of the PowerPoint and the link to the recording will be sent to all the attendees. Being a webinar, all the attendees have been muted. However, we always encourage you guys to drop your questions on the Q&A or the chat box. Without further ado, please allow me to welcome my two wonderful speakers, even as they take over the flow for the presentation. Soleil and Vicky, you guys are highly welcome.
Thank you, Garba. Thank you so much. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Soleil Meade. I'm going to be leading you through this presentation today where we are going to focus on using YouTube to grow your business. So when we say all things YouTube, we mean all things YouTube today. You should be able to leave the presentation knowing how to set up your channel and hopefully motivated to start up your channel and how you can use it to leverage your business. So I want to go ahead and get started and introduce myself as well as my coach assistant for today, which is Vicky Sepulveda. So my name is Soleil Meade. I am your Grow with Google digital coach for the Pennsylvania area. I also am the owner of Soleil Branding Essentials, which is a full service graphic and web design agency. We also help small businesses, communities, visionaries like yourself take their visions to the next level through brand strategy, marketing plans, and all of that fun stuff. I absolutely love what I do. So it's a privilege to be able to help you all continue to grow your business in different ways through the Digital Coaches Program. I also have one of my favorite digital coaches on the line with me as well, Vicky Sepulveda. She will be acting as the coach assistant today. She is the digital coach for the Texas area for our program. So she has an amazing business called Crossing Bridges Consulting, where she helps small business owners and entrepreneurs like yourself with consulting around the digital presence of your business. So if you have any needs with that, definitely reach out to Vicky. She is extremely experienced and she's just an amazing person. So you can feel free to join my workshop as well as any workshops that Vicky has or any of the coaches across the country. We are here to serve you all. Make sure that as you are moving through today, if you see any information that stands out to you, share it with us in the chat, share it with us on social media. You can tag myself and Vicky, as well as the Digital Coaches Program on Instagram. Vicky has dropped all that information in the chat. I love it when you all introduce yourselves. Believe it or not, I usually go back to the chat and see what websites that I can sign up for your email list to get connected to as many small business owners as possible. So if you would like to, please drop your contact information, who you are, what you do in the chat, so we can continue to stay connected. So let's go ahead and talk about our topic for today, which is YouTube. This slide that you see here is a powerful slide because whenever you think of video, you probably think of YouTube. This is where people go to watch videos, whether it's tutorials, whether if you have children, your children probably watch other children and people play and unbox things. Everything is on YouTube. There are more than 2 billion monthly logged in users. and they collectively watch 1 billion hours of video per day. Those statistics are literally blaring. 2 million logged in users, 1 billion hours of video per day. So whenever you search by volume, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. Google is the largest. So we're taking this time to build up how important and influential YouTube can be if you add it as a part of your business and how you connect and engage with your customers and potential customers. I want you all to remember that whenever you are on YouTube, you are creating a presence that can really help build your business's brand and really help you to connect with potential customers. It could be the very thing that sets you apart from your competitors and other businesses that may offer similar services just because you have this amazing content on your YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and talk about the agenda for today. So first, we're going to talk about creating your YouTube channel, and then we're going to talk about adding videos and photos to your channel. We're also going to talk about how to promote your business with video ads. So that ads part is what sets up that leverage for you as a business owner. So we're going to go through these different topics step by step. So I want to go ahead and pause because I believe my friend Vicky added some questions in the chat. One of them was, we wanted to get an idea of what your experience level with YouTube is. So type 1 if you're a beginner, 2 if it's like an intermediate level, or 3 if you're an expert. And I already see some people have answered. So we got a lot of beginners and intermediate levels, so that's great. So I'm going to pull out another question that Vicky asked. So we want to know if you have a YouTube channel. So type 1 for yes, 2 for no, or 3 if you're working on it. And if you do have a channel, please drop your YouTube channel link in the chat. We want to connect with you and subscribe and see what amazing information you are posting. So let's go ahead and get started step by step in going through how you would create your YouTube channel. So the first thing that you want to do is go ahead and get signed up at youtube.com. The best way to do this is on your desktop or a laptop computer rather than a mobile device. If you try to do it from a mobile device, you're going to have some limitations on what all you can do as far as setting up your channel. So you want to make sure you set that time aside and make sure that this is done on a laptop or your desktop. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to click sign in at the top right corner, and you want to enter in your Google account email and password. You want to, we always say this in most of our workshops, is you want to make sure that you keep everything aligned with the email account that you're using. So you want to connect or create your YouTube channel on the business account that you're primarily using. Then you want to choose for myself or to manage my business. Once you create your account, this is going to determine whether or not you are doing a personal YouTube channel or a professional one. So that's pretty much what you want to do to go ahead and get everything started. And Michelle, I see that you're not sure how to start your channel. And I hope that by the end of this presentation, you feel more confident in starting your channel, because we are going to go through step by step. I highly encourage you all, if you are starting your YouTube channel, follow us through these next couple of slides. And by the end of the presentation, you'll have your YouTube channel set up. So this is how you create a channel. And on the slide here, you'll see exactly what you should see on your screen. There's a circle at the top right corner, and that's going to be your profile picture if you didn't already select one. So what you want to do is go ahead and click create a channel from that area. You'll see a dialog box appear, and it's going to ask you to provide a name for your channel. And then it's going to give you an option to upload your picture. And you can do that later, and you can edit it later too. One thing that I highly encourage, and I think Vicky would agree, Vicky has a lot of experience with YouTube and running a channel. You want to take some time and use this workshop and spend a little bit of strategy time so you don't go and set up your channel just off of your whim. You know, maybe you want to have a creative channel name because you really want to engage people on the how-tos of your industry versus just using your business name. So I really encourage you to take that time to really kind of plan out from the information you get from this workshop and what you know you want to do with your channel. So once you type in your name and upload your profile picture, you're going to go ahead and click create a channel, and then that is going to lead you to completing your setup. So now this is showing you a preview of your public channel home screen. So this is what your channel is going to look like. As usual, on the left side, you see that dashboard area. That's where you can control all of the information about the videos you upload, about your settings and your profiles, where you can change your pictures and things of that. One of the things that I do want to point out is you will see a button that allows you to upload videos to your channel. So you can upload videos in a few places in YouTube. There's also an icon of a video camera at the top right, which allows you to upload or start a live stream as well. So because this whole platform is about you creating video content, want to make sure that you know where you can upload your content at. And then there's one last area that you can upload content at, and that's the YouTube Studio. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at YouTube Studio next. And I'm going to pause because I see a couple of questions in the chat. Michelle is asking if all your social media have names or similar names. I think that's what you're asking is, should your social media names be consistent? I would say if you can make them consistent as possible, do so. It just makes it easier for you to market. It makes it easier for people to find you. So I would highly recommend if you can make all of your names very similar, do so. But like in the case for your YouTube channel, if you want to spice things up and make it more creative, maybe you use your creative names like you know, whatever your business name is. My business name is Soleil Branding Essentials, but maybe I want my channel to be called Everything Branding by Soleil Branding Essentials or something like that. So make sure you try to add whatever that consistent piece is into it. So let's go ahead and look at YouTube Studio. So this is what you're going to see the first time whenever you click Customize Channel. So YouTube Studio is where you will actually manage your YouTube channel. You're going to be able to customize your layout, add your branding pieces to it, and information about your channel. So I just gave you all 3 key pieces. If you are doing a strategy time beforehand, those are things that you want to work on, so you make sure that you have that information ready whenever you set up your channel. You're also going to be able to manage and create playlists for your videos, which is very important and helpful. As you continue to grow your content, you're going to be able to add and edit subtitles, see analytics, which is really important, especially from a business perspective, and so much more. So let's get into YouTube Studio and customizing your channel. So after that welcome dialog box is read and X'd out of, you're going to see the customization tab in YouTube. That's highlighted in the left navigation on this slide that you see. So if you don't have much content or video yet, you won't have much to customize. But once you start to create content, you want to make sure you come back to this tab, because the customization is going to help you attract more viewers to your channel. So there's 3 subsections of customizations. It's layout, branding, and basic info. So the first one we're going to focus on is layout. So what the layout is going to do is it's going to help you customize the content on your channel homepage. So whenever I go to your YouTube channel, this layout is going to be what I see, and it's going to help me to engage in your page. So first, you have an option to do a video spotlight. So again, I'm coming to your page. This video spotlight is the first video that I am going to see, and it appears at the top of your homepage. You can choose 2 types of videos. You can choose one for visitors who are not yet subscribers. And then you can add like a channel trailer. So this trailer is just like a quick video that highlights what you create, the type of content they can expect from your channel, and telling people to subscribe. So your video highlight could be one that's trying to solicit people to subscribe to your channel and giving them an idea of what it is that you do. Or you can have a video for people who have already subscribed, and then you can showcase some of your top videos that you've done. And this video won't be shown again at the top of your page for the subscribers who have watched it already. So those are the two types of videos that can happen there in that spotlight. The second part of the layout that you can manage is sections. So what the sections do is they allow you to customize what people see when they come to your homepage. So the sections are made up of videos and playlists, and then you can organize and showcase that content from that point. So you can choose up to 12 sections on your homepage, and then you can order them as you like. So for instance, if your focus is on, say you sell dog treats and supplies. Vicki had a business before where she sold dog treats and supplies. Then she knows the type of content and information that her customers want to see. So then she would create sections based off of that. Maybe she would have a section that was all about chicken treats and another section that was all about peanut butter treats. And then maybe she had a section that talked about the different toys for puppies, and then ones that help stimulate dogs that are more senior. You know, those sections are based off of what you know that your customers want to see and engage in. So you can choose up to 12 of them. And then once you choose them, you organize and promote your content that you want to highlight based off of those sections. The sections allow you to group all of those videos together on chicken treats and all of the videos together on toys and things for puppies. So that way, when someone visits your channel, they're able to see exactly what it is that they are looking for and watch the various videos underneath that. So the next thing that you want to do is brand your channel. This is the fun part. I love this part. This is where you get to put, besides the amazing content that is a reflection of your business, this is where you get to put more visual aspects to your channel that connects to your brand. It is going to give you that unique look and let viewers know that you are professional. You have a logo, you have colors that are engaging, and this is a reflection of what your brand is. So the first thing you want to do is add your profile picture. That picture is going to show up wherever your channel is represented on YouTube. Like, it'll show up next to your videos, in the comments when you reply, and also in the user search results. So when you think about your business and the type of channel that you want to add, you want to be very intentional about choosing your profile picture. Is your profile picture a headshot of you? Is your profile picture a picture of you in action doing what you do? Or is your profile picture simply the logo of your business? So you can choose any of those options that I named, but those are the ones that are more professional for a business and a brand as they represent themselves. After you choose your profile picture, then you can add a channel banner, and that banner will appear at the top of your channel, and it will give that visual sense even more about your channel and its content. So say, for instance, if I am a baker, maybe my profile picture is me in action while I'm baking, but in my channel banner, I make sure that I put my logo and some other picture or information that's pertinent to my brand. So you want to make sure you're thinking about how you are representing your brand when you're doing this. So the last thing that I want to discuss is, if you add a video watermark, it's going to appear on your videos in the bottom right-hand corner of the video player, and users can use it to subscribe to your channel. So when you choose the watermark during your videos, and then you can add them at the end of the video, you can add a custom start time as far as when it will appear, or if you want it to be there throughout the entire video. So if you want to add a watermark, you want to scroll down to the video watermark area, and then you want to go ahead and click upload and choose the image that meets the listed requirements. So that's something, if you're not creating your content for your channel, And maybe you're working with a graphic designer, you want to jump into your YouTube channel and let them know, hey, I want a watermark, and click on that information and share that with him or her so they know the dimensions to make your watermark, the dimensions to make your banner, so everything is flowing perfect for your branding. Vicky also dropped a tip that I like to share, that Canva actually has a properly sized channel art, and we drop those links in there. And it gives you an idea of what the dimensions of your banner should be. And it just gives you that framework for you to create that easily if it's something that you're doing on your own. So lastly, remember there were 3 parts that we were covering in this studio. And the third part is the basic info tab. So this is where you can change your channel name. You can add your description as well as translations for your channel name and description in other languages. You can also add links to sites that you want to share with your viewers, and add contact information in case you want people to email you with questions or business inquiries. When it comes to the links, and I forgot to add this for Vicky to share, but it is really helpful nowadays. Many people are familiar with Linktree, and Linktree is a service that allows you to add multiple links on one page where people could pretty much get in connection with everything that is connected to you. If you have an Amazon store that you manage, and if you have a consulting link where you offer consultings, if you have a portfolio, you can put all of that on one page. Using that Linktree style format is really helpful whenever you are branding across social media streams. So you can create Linktree through their actual account, or if you have your website already, you can talk with your website developer and ask them to make you a hidden page. This is my branding tip. You can ask them to make you a hidden page that mirrors a Linktree. And then now your Linktree, my Linktree is soleilmeade.com/plugin. So whenever you visit that, then you end up going right to my Linktree page, but it is hosted on my site. So that's really helpful whenever you're looking into branding and social media and making sure that all of your links and important information is showing up at once. So once you add that information, you want to make sure that your channel description, first you want to make sure that you cover what your channel is going to be discussing. And then you want to make sure you also just share an about me about your business. You know, talk about your mission and your vision and your values and your purpose and why you do what you do, because that's also going to engage people to your site. And then lastly, you have here, you see a well-developed YouTube channel, which is DIY Creators. You see that they have this banner image across the top. They also have their profile image, and they have a spotlight video. So the spotlight video is 6 woodworking tips and tricks for beginners. So that video is the one that they feel is going to draw the most people, that properly represents what it is that they do. So this is the suggestion on what a YouTube channel should look like once you have built and created it. So I want to pause for a minute and ask for you all to drop any questions that you might have in the chat regarding setting up your YouTube channel. So I want to take it a little further and show you all on DIY Creators how they are organizing their information in the sections. We talked about that already. You can see they have a section for DIY building furniture, a section for concrete, and then of course you see those videos for each of them. So if I know that I want to build some furniture, I want this amazing light on the back of my headboard, then I see that, and then naturally, because that's what I'm working on, I'm going to watch all of the videos in that area. So you want to keep that in mind as you are planning out your channel, as far as what your potential viewers and customers might want to engage with for your YouTube channel. So I don't see that there are any questions. So remember, you can ask your questions throughout in the chat. We'll also save some space at the end as well as I'll pause in between different sections. So now we're going to move into our second section, which is creating and adding videos to your channel. So this is so true. The video technology has come a long way. The photo on the left, we see a whole video studio. You see cameras, backdrop, equipment everywhere. And then on the right side, you see a tripod with an iPhone in it, and someone is creating content that way. This shows how much technology has evolved. And the one thing that we love about YouTube is it's not a platform where you have to have a full video studio in order to be able to post content. You can have an authentic video that is you right in your living room using some tools that help you to best showcase your business. And believe it or not, 91% of small businesses are very or somewhat confident in the videos that they create. So we are starting to debunk that myth that you need all of these technical things in order to create solid video content. We're doing them right from our home, right with the tools that we use every day. So I'm really curious to know who has ever created or shot a video before. If you have, put an exclamation point in the chat. I would love to know who has shot or created a video. A lot of you all, that's great. So that means we are joining a number of the percentage of people who are confident that we can create videos for our brand and for our YouTube channel, hopefully. So let's get into talking about some of the content that and concepts that you can actually use to help guide you through really understanding and knowing what you want your channel to be about. So before you make your first video, you want to think about its purpose. You know, we say that in a lot of the digital coaching workshops that we do, these tools that we have should all start with a goal. What do you want your audience to take away from this? How do you want them to feel? What is a topic that you see yourself as an expert on, or you always hear people say you're good at? Those are all really key areas for you to really absorb, to know that this might be great content for my YouTube channel. You want to think about what the focus for the video is. Like, are you introducing a product? Are you giving a business overview? Are you giving a review? Are you giving some expert tips? You also want to go ahead and decide who you want the star in the video to be. So are you the one that's the star? Are you explaining a product? Is it a valued employee? Is it a loyal customer? And you have to understand that these things might change based off of the different content that you create. So you want to make sure you keep these questions in mind whenever you are creating content and planning for your channel. In just a moment, Vicky's going to drop some great ideas and questions that you can kind of copy and paste from this chat here, and use these questions to help continue to keep your content and your information relevant and fresh. So let's go ahead and talk about story types. So YouTube has partnered with a research company called Kantar to analyze 10,000 video ads from small to medium businesses across the US, Canada, UK, Australia, and Korea. So once they analyzed this information, they looked at what worked best, and then they developed some ideas on how we can best create our own effective videos. These tips are really going to just help create that framework for you. And they do it in 3 different story types. One is the business story, and then the product or service story, and then the promotional story. So I want you all to write down those 3 tips if you're taking notes, and let's talk about these different story types, and then you can decide how to apply them to your content creation. So the business story, it's recommended about 30 to 60 seconds in length. Who you are, what you do, and why you do it. 30 to 60 seconds is a very brief amount of time, but nowadays, the way that we are working videos and reels into our business content, we know that that time frame is cut down a lot. So think about this business story. What would your business story say? You can do several tests and practice runs to see if it falls within this 30 to 60 seconds. My recommendation would be to do a 30-second video as well as a 60-second video for your business story. So now let's look for the product and service story. This one is even shorter. Why? Because you're not telling a story about your business overall. You're focusing in on one product or service that you offer. And then whenever you really are into making content, you should have a product or service story for each of your different products or services. So 15 to 30 seconds. What are the benefits of your product or service? What are the details about it? What does it include? How do you work it? What are the deliverables from it? And then what problem does it solve for people? So those are the three things that you want to cover whenever you create a product or a service story. And then lastly, we have the promotional story. So this, similar to the product or service story, is 15 to 30 seconds long, but it is focused on announcing special deals or timely information. So if you are having a special deal that only lasts for 48 hours, then you want to make sure that you use a promotional story for that. If you are about to release a new product or service, you want to use a promotional story for that. In 15 to 30 seconds. And again, you can create two and move from there. So these are some story types that you can use to help generate content for your YouTube channel and any other video platform that you are posting on. So let's go ahead and talk about best practices. So once you decided what you want to shoot, you figured out your story or your content that you want to create, you want to make sure that you follow some of these best practices. You want to make sure your message is clear and concise. I mean, that is almost imperative whenever you're looking at such a small amount of time to capture someone's attention. You want to try to make a very strong impression in that first 5 to 15 seconds so that the viewer will continue to watch, because now they understand and they're connected to you. And your video should not be a sales pitch. You do not want to sound very salesy. You want to sound like an expert. You want to give them a call to action and tell them what you want them to do next. You want to share an offer if there is any special offer or benefit or freebie that you provide with the content that you are showcasing. Definitely always a call to action, but not salesy. Be yourself and be an expert. So next, let's talk about some production techniques and tools that are helpful. So Vicki is going to drop some tools that I use in order to help me create content. So you guys can access those. I just use 3 simple things to help me create content, but I also want to ask you all, what tools do you use to create your videos? Because you never know, there may be something that you use that is going to help some of the other learners that are in the space today. So let's talk about these 8 common techniques that we use to make effective videos. So we're going to start with selfie style. So this brings YouTube to life on an everyday basis, because selfie style is whenever you are representing your brand, and it might be while you're right in the middle of your story and you are telling the story about what you do. It is very personal, it is authentic, and it's a way to quickly engage with someone that might be interested with what you offer and continuing to watch your content and your information. And selfie style is going to be very personal. The second technique is choosing the perfect backdrop. So you usually want to have a flat, solid colored backdrop whenever you are showcasing a product or a person that's talking on the screen. Usually the more simple it is, the better that it is. If you're a person like me, I tend to be a little extra. I like a brick background and some flowers, but you have to test that out to make sure it's coming across properly to your viewers and not acting as a distraction to what you are trying to do. The third technique is voiceover. I love the voiceover technique. So what you do is you narrate your video with an off-screen voice. So all you're doing is shooting video that's covering your product, its benefits, showing you using it, pointing out the unique features about it. And then once you finish filming the video, now you can go back and you can add your voice over that video. It takes out the pressure of me trying to describe my new product, which I have a new product right now in my vision planner. So sometimes it gets hard when I'm trying to show the pages and talk at the same time. But if I do a voiceover, then I'm able to focus on the video in one hand, and then my voice can be steady and strong and engaging in explaining what viewers are seeing. The fourth one is point and shoot. So this technique is really helpful if your video needs more action. It brings energy and excitement to the content that you create by incorporating panning and zooming as a part of your video. You definitely want to do some practice rounds whenever you're using point and shoot. And using the zooming and the panning. A lot of our phones nowadays are equipped to do that, but it does take takes the learning curve to perfect it. And you want to make sure that it is very professional as well. So the next one we have is top down. So that is a shot where you can actually create the illusion of like the viewer has the product in their hand. So when you do that, you are just positioning your camera above your product and filming it on a flat surface. And it's a great way if you have like a hands-on demo to show the pages of your book, or if you are showing the quality and the quality and content that's on a new shirt that you might have created. So that's the top down. The next one is action. You know, it like it sounds, action is useful for products that are more interesting in action, meaning that a still frame of it is not going to be good. This is showing someone actually using your product and how it works and how it operates. Another way is told by text. We see that a lot in the very short videos that are made, whether it's YouTube shorts, reels, but these told by text is adding text to a video that highlights what the narrator is saying, and often draws the focus of the viewer to that text along with the audio that they are hearing as well. And the last one is animation and motion graphics. So this is really helpful if you are promoting a service or a digital product. It allows you to use illustration or motion graphics to showcase the benefits of your product. A lot of tools that we use today will have different animation or motion graphics built into the system, so you can test out which one might work for the product or the service that you're showcasing. So I covered a lot right there, and I want to just pause and see if there are any questions. Vicki, did you notice any questions in the chat, or any tools that anyone shared?
Yes, we have lots of tools. Adobe Premiere Rush, Canva, newer dimmable lights. That's from Chalice Nelson. And then Michelle Carter uses a ring light and an iPhone, which I do that a lot, you know, when I need to just do a quick video. And I'm sure you mentioned YouTube Shorts, but YouTube Shorts are super, super popular, and they live on the #2 search engine. So that's always great. We got ring light. We had a question about if we're going to share the video, which that will be shared with everybody. Let's see.
I see a question about tools to use for voiceover. So,
oh yes, that was the last one.
I have been using the tools that I use to create videos a lot. So that might be, I might use Instagram, I may use TikTok. I don't have a YouTube channel yet. I know it's something that I need to add, but I can't imagine YouTube not having tools in there for you to voice over. I oftentimes just use my iPhone. I'll record my video on my iPhone, and then I'll upload my video to the platform that I want to post it on and do the voiceover there. One thing and tip that I can give you, Regina, and the rest of the learners is be prepared. Write your script out. If it's a voiceover, there's no camera on you. You can read from your script while the voiceover is going through. So you make sure that you hit every moment that you want to hit. So hopefully that is helpful to you. I do know, like in Instagram and TikTok and even Facebook stories, when you are in that kind of studio per se, it's going to give you the ability to say, this is where I want to do a voiceover, and you literally hit a record button just like you would do if you were recording a video. It's pretty simple, but it's definitely something that I would say to test out and see how it's working. And then Michelle shared Big View to help stay on script. So we'll have to check out Big View as well, because it's probably a tool where you can write your script and it helps you to kind of keep up with it when you're recording your video. And you all will get a recording of this particular video whenever it is available. So let's go ahead and move on so I can make sure I cover everything we have for today. These are a couple of tips for shooting your video. You want to make sure that you are aware of the space that you are in. Free your clutter from everywhere. Be mindful. If you are doing a long video, typically like when Vicki and I do our workshops, I know we do a long video and I try to always make sure, I know I'm going to need water because I'm going to talk a lot. I'm trying to make sure I don't have a bottle like this, but today is a day where I don't have my cup. You want to think about those little things because people pay attention to it. If you are engaging and wanting people to connect with you, put your water in a cup that is your favorite mug or something that represents your brand. So you are taking care of your needs, but also showing up in a very professional way. One of the things that you want to make sure that you take care of is lighting. So natural lighting is the best lighting. But if you live in Pittsburgh or Philly, anywhere in the Pennsylvania area, you know, our lighting becomes very limited during this time of year. So my natural light that usually comes in the summer is not giving right now, but all the light that you see is from the light that's in my space as well as my ring light. So you always want to keep a ring light close to you so you can put that on if it's going to enhance how people view your video and just make sure everything is clear. Sound is very important as well. You want to make sure that you listen to the space, that there's no echoes in it, that you are not around a bunch of noise. I know I had some contracting work being done not too long ago, and it was like, oh my goodness, the people are going to be able to hear that. So do tests. Vicki helped me test that out. And I'm like, they're drilling right now. Can you hear that? And she's like, no. But again, whenever we want to show up right, we want to test these things out to make sure that there are nothing missed in our moment. You want to use the microphone. I use the Nexi webcam. I think I put that as a tool. If not, I'll make sure I share it. But the Nexi webcam has a built-in microphone, and it definitely sounds better than the built-in microphone that's on my laptop that I use to do my video. And you want to speak with confidence. So do your affirmation.
It's on there.
It's on there. Okay, good. Thanks, Vicki. Do your affirmations before you start. Take your deep breaths and tell yourself that you're going to knock it out the water, and go ahead and be yourself. So if you need music or sound effects to your video, maybe you want to add some audio in the intro of your video, you can use royalty-free, which that is very important. That means that you will not get any copyright infringements or portions of it blanked out on your video, because it is royalty-free, meaning that there are no limits as far as your use of it. You can use sound and effects that are in the YouTube audio library safely to add those to your videos. So as far as adding videos to your channel, you want to go ahead and click create. And then you can, from that point, click create, and then it is going to allow you to either upload your files or go live or work on creating that video. when you click the button labeled select files, then you are clicking to actually select a file that's already existing in your computer and created already. So this part is really important because these video details actually help people to better connect to your actual video. So you want to make sure that you make your title something that people are going to look for, maybe how to. That's always a great title, but you don't want to do like first quarter product launch, because that means something to you, but it means nothing to your viewers. So what do your viewers want to see and connect with? You want to add a description, and you want to use keywords. So keywords from your brand, also keywords related to your topic to boost views and watch time. And those keywords are going to help you to show up in search results. If someone is searching on Google for how to build a shelving unit, then, you know, they're going to find that shelving unit, or how to as a keyword as something that is going to draw people to it. Your YouTube is going to pull 3 screenshots from your video as potential thumbnails. You want to remember that if you don't like the videos that they pull for you, which mine I always hate, like I'm always like mid-sentence, it looks crazy. You can upload a video, or not a video, but a photo that is your own graphic that will be a thumbnail. On that graphic, you can include your title, you can include your social media tags, you can include information that's going to help connect with your viewer. So you want to add your video to a playlist, and you also can define your audience as well, whether it's for kids or not for kids. If your video is a paid promotion, you can go ahead and select that information. If you want to have chapters, meaning that people can skip to certain relevant chapters within your video, you can go ahead and create that in this video detail as well. You also can use tags that will connect your video to descriptive words that are helpful to your audience and to your video. You can also update language and caption in your video, and recording date and location and license and distribution, if any of that is necessary in regards to your video. And also you can activate the comments and ratings. So you have the option to set your video where people cannot leave comments, but if you want comments and feedbacks, then this is where you would set this up in your video details. And when it comes to your video elements, this is what is going to happen after you enter all your details. This is where you can add end screens and cards. So end screens can be added to the last 5 to 20 seconds of a video. You can use them to promote other videos, to encourage people to subscribe, or get a coupon off on your website, whatever. But your video has to be at least 25 seconds long in order to be able to add an end screen to it. Then you can also use cards to make your videos more interactive. So cards might pop up while you're in the middle of your video, and it might have a poll for a question you're asking while someone's watching your how-to video, or it might have links to other channels and more. You don't have to add either one of these, but it helps with the engagement process as you're creating your videos. You also can do checks. So at this checks page, you are going to put your copyright claims, and if you're in a YouTube partner program and things of that nature. So you want to make sure that you check this out and fill this out, so that way you can make sure everything is lining up, your copyright is good, your ads are good, and everything is good for you to post your video so you don't have any issues. So this last one is really important. It's the video visibility. So this is who you want to actually see your videos. So public videos can be seen by anyone on YouTube. You can also do unlisted videos that can be seen by anyone who has the link, but it won't show up in the search. So that allows you to kind of categorize your audience by sharing a link with them, but it's not a searchable video. You can also have private videos and playlists that can only be seen by you and people that you add to it. And you can also set the date of whenever you want your video to be public. And the last thing that you want to do is publish and share your videos. So you want to share your videos on different social sites. You want to put it in your emails that go out to your clients. You want to put it on your website. One tip that I like to share is make sure your website, or check your website platform to see if it has an integration with your YouTube channel. And then that way, everything you post will automatically end up on your page without you having to manually add it. And we talked about YouTube Shorts already, but very similar to Reels and TikToks, YouTube Shorts is really reaching a lot of people, 6.5 billion daily views globally. And it is a way that you can create videos just by using your smartphone and shorts right through the YouTube app. So we highly recommend that you use YouTube Shorts, especially if you're already creating content on these other platforms that you are creating short videos with. And then Creator Academy is where you can now you got a lot of baseline standard information about setting up your channel and creating your content and your videos. If you want to take your learning to the next level, Creator Academy will help you do that, where you can watch courses like this to really help you go ahead and get started. I have a couple more slides to cover about how to use YouTube with your ads. But before I move on, I want to know who is going to create a YouTube channel. So type 1 for yes, 2 for no, or 3 for I am highly considering it. I want to know if you felt like this information has really set you up to start your YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and talk about promoting your video with ads. So I want to go ahead and share with you all the link for YouTube ads. Vicky already, I'm sure, has shared that in the chat. Definitely click on that and learn more about YouTube ads. But with YouTube advertising, it really helps you to leverage your business. It allows you to connect with the people who matter to you, to only pay whenever people watch your video ad. Just like pay-per-click with a regular ad, a Google ad is very similar with this. And then you also get analytics. You can see how you're doing and what you need to do to improve. So these are some formats of different ads based on people's attention span. So I'm curious from you all, which attention span is most likely suitable for you? Are you a bite-sized person? You need a real quick 6-second video, a snack-sized person, 15 to 20, or a meal person? Your forever style said she needs a crumb. I know that's right. You're like, give me a couple seconds. That's it. Vicky said, me too. Yes, our attention spans are limited nowadays. So we just need a little bit of time. You got a little bit of time to catch my attention, or I'm skipping the ad. So the reason why this slide exists, because we need you to know that it's important that you can create ads and content that fit in the size that's suitable for you. You don't have to give a whole 30-second ad. You can do a bite-sized ad. And we're going to talk about a couple of ways that you can do it. So the first format is bumper format. So these are for, the shorter attention spans, like you got a crumb or a bite size out of me. That's all you got. And it's a 6-second pre-roll ad. I think we have time to show it. Let me see.
The next basketball highlight video could cost you up to $1.31 in data. Switch to Xfinity Mobile and save.
Okay, we had time. Why? Because it was 6 seconds. So as you can see, it's engaging. You see movement. It's telling you what they want you to do with Xfinity. The question that we get a lot is, can you really say anything in 6 seconds? And we've learned in today's society, you can. 9 in 10 viewers can recall an ad after just watching a 6-second pre-roll. So that is an ad option. You also have these skippable in-stream ads. Put an exclamation point in the chat if you skip ads on your YouTube. I am one of them. So this allows you to drive awareness and consideration and sales leads for your business. But you got to catch that person's attention because it's about to interrupt whatever they're watching. And then they have the choice whether to watch it or not. And you only pay if somebody actually watches your ad. I know a lot of people end up benefiting from me because sometimes I'm multitasking and I don't skip the ads and they just keep running. But I'm retaining some of that information because it is auditory for me and it's downloading. So this is an example of an ad that you can actually have skipped. Users can skip after 5 seconds whenever they watch ads like this. So you see this one's a little longer. It's 15 seconds. It's engaging. The pictures are showing in and out, showing you in large letters what they want you to do. The call to action was clear and it wasn't too bad to watch. But if after 5 seconds is not something you wanted to see, you can skip it. And then you have companion banners that often drive more clicks. They're offered at no charge whenever you run a skippable or a non-skippable ad or bumper ads. And you can only see them if you're watching from your desktop and they show up at the top right corner. So that is another way that you can include ads into your YouTube channel. That's how, as a business, you take things through the next level. So that's really all I had to cover today. This was great. It was a lot of information. I'm really curious for you all to tell me in the chat what stood out to you the most. And do you feel like you need more support to get started with your YouTube channel? Tell us what your biggest takeaway was. The next steps for you to do is to create your channel, start creating your content, and then explore those additional resources once you get a flow with your channel as far as adding ads into your mix to really get it out there to more people. Vicky is going to drop a whole bunch of links in there for you to continue to further your education. This is where we have creative partners that can help you create ads here. So Vicky is going to drop all of that information in the chat. We also have our Grow with Google, where you can go ahead and tap into workshops like this, career certificates as well, for you to further your information, to grow and to develop in specific areas of focus, and grow with Google. Information like workshops we have today, as well as other information, no matter where you are on your journey, to help you grow. I know we are right at time, and I need to pull over to Garba to allow him to give you all some instructions. But I want to thank you all for having me. Please continue to drop in the chat any takeaways, any questions you have. I'll even come to the YouTube because Temple is amazing and they post all of their recordings in YouTube. If you have a question, I'll come to the YouTube and answer your questions if we don't get to it today.
So the quick one, this goes to our wonderful attendees. As usual, I posted a 30-second survey about today's webinar. I think I'll just go ahead to post it for the third time. Remember, we at Temple SBDC, we always cherish your feedbacks, even as it helps us in improving the services we provide to you guys at a low cost. So kindly take 30 seconds of your time to help us out to fill out the survey. We're going to continue, please. Soleil.
Yeah. Any questions?
Well, for now, none. Let me check the Q&A. There's none. The chat box, there's none. I think we'll just wrap it up from here. But before we do that, I just want to use this opportunity to thank each and every one of you guys for keeping a day with us. Vicky and Sari, thank you for a wonderful presentation. I love the way everything flowed as usual. It was more or less like an interactive section. Thank you for the good information you shared with us. And of course, to my wonderful Temple SPDC colleagues, you know, without them, we wouldn't have been here and the webinar wouldn't have come into existence. I actually saw a couple of people asking if the recording will be made available to them. Sure, just give me today or first thing tomorrow. I will try as much as possible to send you guys a copy of the PowerPoint and the link to the recording. Thank you guys, and do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you next time. See you next year.
Yeah.